Do you want to be able to sell your products or services without feeling salesy? Do you hate that feeling where you feel like you're pitching somebody to buy and it just feels so icky, doesn't it? Wouldn't you like it if people would just buy or if you could sell your products without feeling salesy? Well, if that's you, you're going to love today's show. My name is Dana Wilde. You're listening to Positive Mindset for Entrepreneurs. This is the show where you discover how to leverage the power of mindset to build your business faster. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's what happened. We had somebody write in. I'm just going to give you the gist of what they wrote. Basically, they said, I get the mindset piece. I've picked my platform and I know who I'm targeting, but now I need some confidence because I feel like I'm selling, in quotations. And I get that. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're trying to talk somebody into what you have to offer, right? So I'm really glad that you asked this question, because if anything is a mindset issue, this is a mindset issue for sure. So if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you a little not very often talked about aspect of mindset and this specific type of mindset that I think will help you, and specifically it'll help you get more sales. So stay tuned for that. In my experience, when people feel like they're selling, it's because they haven't let go of the outcome. So they're feeling like they've got to get those sales and they haven't let go of the outcome of what's going to happen during that engagement, whether it's a webinar or a discovery call or whatever it is. So feel the difference between, oh, I really need to make some sales, I need to get another client, or the difference of, look, this may or may not be for you. It doesn't matter. Here's what it is. That's it. Like totally kind of that casual feeling of like, this may or may not be for you. It doesn't really matter whether you sign up. I've got people lined up outside the door waiting for this anyway. So just it hit me that you might be interested in this, right? So I'm not saying obviously that should be your pitch because there's never been a worse pitch than that. But that's kind of the vibe you want. You want to be in that state of that you really have let go of the outcome. And I'm going to explain why in just a minute. That's the game, though. You truly want to be in a situation where you don't care if somebody signs up or not. You don't care if they do. And side note, if you do that, you actually will sell more. You'll sell more because people will feel that, no pressure. They'll feel that lack of pressure. They'll feel that it really is their choice, that you really are totally open to whatever they decide. So you have to be, and that's the game. So how do you do it? Let's get through this step by step here. So the first one is only create programs or offer that come from a feel-good place. So many people are creating programs or offers or making decisions, even all this type of stuff, from a stress place. So they're using a stressed brain, and a stressed brain makes terrible decisions and doesn't come up with very good ideas. So you want to, first of all, make sure that all of your ideas come from a really feel-good place. So step one in being a brain trainer is creating that positive emotional environment in your body. You want to be in that positive emotional state. So this means self-care, get enough rest, drink enough water, feel good, do your mindset exercises, feel hopeful, say your mantras, take breaks, go for walks, assess how you're feeling, be in touch with how you're feeling honestly. Am I sitting here stressing out, or am I really relaxed and open and feeling good and feeling hopeful and feeling excited about what's happening in my life? You cannot get good ideas for products or services from a stressed environment. So you must create the emotional environment to get the good idea, right? When you know that you've done that, step two, like you've created that good emotional environment, you're feeling good, you know, like, okay, everything's going well, then put yourself in a situation where you're more likely to receive good ideas. So you don't get good ideas from sitting down and focusing. You know, if you're sitting down and you're building a funnel and you're working on your website, or you're focused on a color palette, or you're making a list of things to do, or you're learning something, or you're watching a video, your brain is not open for ideas. You're not going to get a good idea from that state. So instead, ask yourself, where do you get your good ideas? I'm going to guess you get them in the shower, when you're driving, when you're going for a walk, when you're doing something completely fun and mindless. It might be, chopping vegetables in the kitchen, or, doing some kind of a cleanup, or doing a hobby, or painting, right? When you are in that relaxed state of mind, bam, you've created the positive emotional environment. You've put yourself in a situation where you're not using your focused attention, and now you receive that good idea. And you'll know it when you get it, don't you? You get it and you go like, oh yeah, this is it. I've got a great idea. I've got a great idea for what people would want. This is why this isn't woo-woo. This isn't woo-woo, because it's about using your best brain. Not that I got anything against the woo. I love some woo, right? But this is how your brain works. Your brain doesn't come up with good ideas when you're focusing. Your brain comes up with ideas when you're feeling more expansive, okay? So when you get that good idea, then act. And what I mean by act is start telling your peeps about it. Start talking about it using your particular marketing method. Start sharing it with the people who are following you. Start telling everybody who is a part of your tribe, or a part of your following, or interested in your work, or loves what you do. Start sharing it immediately, because their excitement will get you excited. So keep talking about it. Keep sharing it from, way before you've launched it. Share it from the second that you have the idea. Communicate it in any way, shape, or form, because their enthusiasm about it will keep you motivated too. So keep talking about it, keep talking about it, keep talking about it until you actually launch it. Now, here's a bonus tip. Launch it without it being ready or done. When you have an outline for the program you want to create, you can sell it. You can sell that program and deliver it, start the delivery shortly after. Enough time to get the first video done, or the first two video done, or get one or two videos done and then sell it, or deliver it live if it's a program, right? Or if it's an email course, write one or two of the emails and deliver the rest. Don't wait until it's 100% perfect, tied up with a bow to sell it. You'll know, you'll get that feedback from your people. You'll get excited about it. You'll feel like doing it. When you've got that feedback, then you know, like, okay, I'm getting more and more excited. They're asking for it. I'm going to get this out in the world. And you can launch it without it being done. Have it partially done and deliver the rest. Now, some of the stuff, you may not be able to do that. For example, if it's a coaching program or something, you're going to sell it because they're going to show up and you're going to deliver it coaching, right? But you get the idea of what I'm talking about with this. Now, the next thing is, when you are ready to actually launch it using some specific method, whether it is a webinar, or whether it is a discovery call, or whether it's a sales page that you've created, somehow you are going to actually, it's the time for people to actually buy. The key thing here is to prep your brain for positive expectation. This is the type of mindset I referenced at the beginning, and it's the type that nobody is talking about. The thing that makes you sales, the emotional stance that makes sales for you, is positive expectation. So you have to be your own best cheerleader. You have to be the one who really feels that feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And people are going to love this. And I can't wait for people to join. And we're going to have so much fun. And it's going to be so cool. And I already know people who are lined up for this and prime for this. And look at your offer, get excited about your offer and say like, oh, this is an incredible offer. And look at all the bells and whistles I'm offering. And it's going to be so cool. And start imagining the people that you know are a fit for this and start thinking of working with them and really come into that environment primed to the hilt. You want to be training your brain so clearly that you feel so good and that you know people, the right people are going to show up and exactly the right people are going to show up. So much so that you know that it doesn't matter whether this particular person signs up or doesn't, because you know the right people are going to show up and you feel it strongly, like you feel positive expectations strongly. When you are introducing a pitch, let's call it, when you are introducing an offer from that standpoint of really letting go of the outcome and at the same time having positive expectation that the right people are going to show up, you are not going to feel like you're pitching. You're going to go in and you're going to be like, I had this great idea. And sometimes, you can even say when you had this idea, I was driving down the highway and this idea hit me and I'm going to tell you why I'm so excited about it. And here's what I've created and here's what we're going to do. And I can't wait for you to join me. And you know what? If this isn't for you, that's totally cool. But I know the right people are going to find it and we are going to have such a good time together. And I hope it's you because this is what I've got. And just explain it. You come from a different standpoint when you actually think different thoughts. So brain training is so practical because when you think different thoughts, when you are priming your brain in a different way, when you are training your brain, then you actually naturally say the things that you're thinking in your brain. So you're thinking in your brain, you're thinking in your mind, you're going through the list of like, why this is a great offer. This is such a great offer. I'm so excited about this offer. This is such an irresistible offer. I can see the people who are going to sign up. I'm so excited for those people to sign up. I can't wait for those people to sign up. So you've got all this stuff going on and then you show up and this is what we do. We think stuff and then we go blah, 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 blah. It comes right out of us. And it's going to be so obvious that you truly feel and mean what you say. Train your brain, train your brain, train your brain, train your brain, right? This is the ticket. This is why this works. You're thinking it so much that when it comes out, it feels natural. So that's the work. That's the work that we're all doing. That's the play, as we like to say. Find those sentences that work for you and say them in the background of your day. Say them in the background, like when you're just doing everyday stuff, whether it's, cleaning your kitchen or walking the dog or, taking out the garbage or whatever it is that you're doing. Those are the little pockets of the day when we're really building our businesses. We're not building our businesses sitting at the computer. We're building our businesses when we're thinking those positive thoughts. So practice those thoughts in the background of your day. So you can think ideas like, I like this is how it works. I like training my brain. I like focusing on thoughts that feel good. I like looking at all the good reasons why this is going to work. I love that I came up with this idea for this offer. I know there are people who are perfect for this offer. I know there are people who are perfect for this offer. And I love selling in this way because it doesn't feel like selling. This is something I'm just really excited to do. It's just like if I'd be excited to go to a movie or go to a music concert. Like I feel like that. Like this is something I am doing this and I'm excited to do this. And I know the right people are going to meet me with this, that they're out there right now. And I know that they are going to find this offer and that we are going to have fun together and that I had this idea just so I could create this program, just so that we could do these things. And I can't wait to see who it is. I can't wait to see who shows up. And I love the idea that I don't even have to think about selling it because it's going to sell itself. It feels so good just to be excited about something. I like thinking about this from a playful standpoint. I like thinking about this from a fun standpoint. I love thinking about this from the idea that I'm in there and I'm creating and I'm just playing and it feels so good. And I can't wait to see who's going to be playing with me. It's going to be so fun to talk about this. I'm bubbling over, ready to talk about this. I can't wait to share what my ideas are. Now, when you are proactively thinking those thoughts, even now as you're listening to me say those things, don't you get excited? You can't help but get excited when you are training your brain, when you are thinking those thoughts that are specifically getting you into that excited, positive expectation mindset. And you know how to do it, and you know what to do. This is going to be so easy for you. You're going to go into the next one just feeling so free. It's going to be so fun, and I know you've totally got this.